Zacks Rank Buys, stocks with a short-term buy or strong buy recommendation. Now, here are more Zacks Rank Buys. Well, two chemical companies top this week's list of value stock picks. Tracey Ryniec, our value stock strategist at Zacks.com, here with us once again to fill us in on her picks for this week in this category. Chemical companies, huh? That's what you focused on this time around. Ashland Incorporated, ASH, the ticker symbol, is one of them.
Yep. Ashland, well, both of these are specialty chemical companies, and so they do a whole bunch of different products. The one product that I think most people would know about Ashland is in their consumer marketing division, and that's the Valvoline. So they've done that for, decades. And they also operate the Valvoline instant oil change service shops. There's about 870 of those around the country. So, but, I thought the chemical companies were kind of over now. I thought, as things slow down, they're one of the first to see the slowdown, but that's not happening. That's kind of a bullish sign here going forward that, these kind of companies are doing well. Ashland just reported preliminary sales. And it was better than expected. They beat the estimate by 22%. Sales were up in their key divisions, which is like specialty ingredients, but also that consumer marketing area. That was up, I think, like 8%. So, they're seeing still good sales. They have the pricing power still, which is what they said in their press release. And that's a key thing, too. They're not being as pressured on the margins. They're able to pass it along. So, estimates are up because they had the big beat, and the analysts really kind of like the story here still. They're supposed to have double-digit earnings growth going forward for the rest of 2012. That's on top of what they had last year. The chart is really interesting because they had a big sell-off in the summer. I mean, it was pretty brutal because everybody thought we're going to a recession. You do not want to be in chemical companies in a recession. And now it's turned around, and as you can see, I mean, it's soaring. It's up near its 52-week high, but it's not real expensive here. They're trading around 11 times. That's the thing. The chemical companies are still pretty nice value stocks here, and you get a small dividend with this one too. So it's kind of a good story.
Yeah. Eastman Chemical Company, EMN, the ticker symbol, is the other one that you have written about recently. You say they recently posted their highest yearly earnings per share in the company's history?
Yes.
This company's been around for a long time.
Forever, yeah. That's what's interesting. They had the best year in 2011, and 2012 looks pretty good for them too, just like Ashland. They did just recently announce that they're going to acquire a competitor, Solutia, which is about a $4.7 billion deal. This is pretty big for them, and it's going to be accretive to earnings almost right away. They're in the same areas, so basically it's just going to expand their markets much more into the emerging markets, which is where they are, but they need to get bigger. So the analysts like this deal because it's going to, impact the bottom line right away. The estimates are all up because of this deal, and it's going to impact. So, and they just reported, and they beat as well. So people like 2012. They too have pricing power. The earnings growth isn't quite as big here yet. It's single digits compared to last year, but that was a record year. But we might see that change if the story continues to be as good as it is, and once they actually close on this deal and get all the synergies going. The chart looks a lot similar to the Ashland one. Again, everybody was doom and gloom on the chemical companies. It sold off hard, and now it too is near 52-week highs. It's not very expensive either. It's trading around 11 times as well, and it too also pays a small but pretty nice dividend. And the story hasn't really changed. I am surprised with these chemical companies because it is one area I'm going to be watching for any kind of slowdown going forward.
Yeah, we're going to have to rely on you to keep an eye out to see exactly how long this trend goes.
Yeah.
Because that'll be indicative of probably future market activity, right?
That's right. That's what I look at, yeah.
Do you own either of these?
I do not.
All right. If you want to check out other Zacks Rank Buy stock pick ideas for yourself, then by all means go to Zacks.com's homepage if you're not there already, because that is where they put 4 new stock ideas up for you daily, one in each of the investing categories that's written about on Zacks.com. With Tracey, I'm Terry Ruffalo.